Hi, my name is Cody, and I am a huge figure fan. I've spent hundreds on figures and plan to buy way more. What I am also a fan of is the game Mouthwashing. For those who don't know, it's an indie psychological horror game that has touchy subjects. To my joy, I saw that an Anya Nendoroid was made. Yippee! And to my horror, I saw one of her faceplates. I knew the fandom would take this and make it something big, but not in a good way. Trigger warning, mentions of and suicide, so if you are squeamish, beware. Mouthwashing is a game with touchy subjects and some cannot handle, which is completely fine. The way people are talking about this is as if it's a hill to die on. People who think it's disrespectful are saying things like, the most toxic people you know are going to be excited about this, while people who think it's okay say things like, everyone complaining about the Anya Nendoroid would die if they saw Doki Doki Literature Club Nendoroids. When the two are not comparable, the DDLC Nendoroids lightly hint at the horrible events that happen to them. The most they have are scary faces. Anya has blood in a bottle of pills. Those are not comparable. But even when I say this, I agree that the figure is fine. In fact, I plan to buy it for myself. For those who are complaining about the faceplate, either don't buy the figure or never use the faceplate. Anya's death was full of meaning. Some people can't look past that meaning, and seeing something like that on display may make them feel gross. There is no need to call them sensitive in a rude manner because, yeah, some people are more sensitive than you. But that does not mean you can police people on what they buy just because you personally can't help feeling grossed out. This happens so often, and it pisses me off beyond comprehension. The reason I think people are really talking about Anya's horror aspects instead of others is because Anya depicts suicide. After looking through Good Smile's catalog, every other bloody Nendoroid is a killer of some sorts. And before you even think about it, the Dead by Daylight Trapper Nendoroid has a hook referencing the gameplay that lets you hook other figures on it, but that is still not comparable to Anya. Yes, blood and gore, oh no, horror in my horror game. But as someone with experience relating to SA and suicide, it is a topic that is either slightly uncomfortable at minimum and unbearably awful at maximum. One can enjoy the story of mouthwashing while not wanting to display something like that on their shelf. But as I'm going to say for the last time, just because you are uncomfortable does not mean others are. Good Smile has great figures. I would know, I have several. And Anya's design is fantastic. If you want to display a figure of Anya on your shelf, here you go. And if you don't like her faceplate, then put it somewhere else out of view. It's that simple. Even if you don't like the pill bottle, just because the plush also has a pill bottle doesn't mean it makes people any less uncomfortable with the hint at what happened. I actually think hints to stories of media and merchandise is nice because you can be like, hey, I understand that hint. Like with the DDLC figures, they hint. Anya has a faceplate with blood in her eyes looking dead. It can be uncomfortable. For this topic, I interviewed 3 people who all knew the game and its story since the issues come from the fandom who know and understand the story. I will be showing them in order and giving context to who I am interviewing, with 2 being through text and 1 being through call. For one on call, she was okay with not being censored. In fact, I will be linking her YouTube channel down below because she does lots of gameplay and I think she's genuinely funny. I tried keeping the questions simple without a single hint towards my feelings so I could get their genuine thoughts. First, I interviewed a friend on Discord who had seen the figure before. You know the full story, correct? Yeah, pretty much. How did you first feel when seeing the Anya figure? I didn't think much of it. The game was popular, so I expected merch of it. Do you feel any different about it as time has passed? A bit, yeah. How? Saw a lot of people arguing over it. A lot of people telling each other how to think and feel about it and whatnot on both sides. Some people saying, you're f***ing stupid if you think this is insensitive, and some people saying you're a horrible person if you think this is okay. So, Was kind of thinking the whole time that people are entitled to their own opinion, and was kind of wishing everyone would just shut up about it, lol. I think people who have gone through something similar are allowed to feel weird or uncomfortable with the figure. Hell, I've gone through something similar, but I also don't give a shit if people don't care, you know? Some people just want a figure of their favorite character. I feel it's also weird to completely boil down Anya to what she's gone through rather than seeing her as an actual person. But I also think it's wrong to completely disregard those experiences as they are integral to the story and such. It's a very interesting drama, but all in all, my opinion boils down to I don't really care because it's a figure from a game I don't really think about all too much. Next, I interviewed someone I knew IRL over Instagram who had not seen the figure yet. You know the full story of mouthwashing, right? Pretty much, yeah. I know the premise of it. I really like it though, it's so good and I love Curly. Okay, now please take a look at the Anya Nendoroid and tell me what you first think about it. I really like the overall design. I think it is very similar to the game version, but the proportions are a lot different, but I'm assuming that it's more of a stylized approach. Her smiling is a little out of character as she is very depressed in the games, but I think the figure is still very cute. And I really like how her hair looks, and I like that they added her downturned eyes. I think the bloodied up one is a bit in poor taste, but it is game accurate so I can't complain. But I really do love the overall look and color scheme of the figure. I was going to end it there, but she added something that I feel as if I could not leave out. Okay, that's all really. What people are mostly talking about is the bloodied face and pills. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it is a little off-putting considering the circumstances. It seems disrespectful, but then again, it is a fictional character. But it doesn't make it that much better. I do like how they executed it though. It is well made. It's just a very touchy subject for many people, which I totally get. Did I answer it right, Lamau? There is no right answer. Looking for genuine opinions. Heh, okay. But yeah, that's kind of my opinion on it. It's well crafted and the character is accurate, but that one is still controversial. And lastly, Jess, who had played through the game on a stream, which I will be linking down below, and she had not seen the figure yet. Okay. First question, how well versed are you with the game mouthwashing?
I played the game in its entirety. It's been a good minute, so I might not remember characters' names off the top of my head. But I did play it when it came out. I also followed a few YouTubers' playthroughs as well. I did go into it blind myself, though.
And have you seen the new Anya Nendoroid or not?
I have not.
So can you now open the link I have sent you?
Okay.
And once you see it and seen like every part of it, I'm gonna need your opinion. And your full-on opinion, don't be shy.
Okay. Give me a second, I guess. Okay, I'm scrolling through the images. Okay, I've looked at all of them.
And how do you feel about it?
Which parts?
About, first, the whole figure, just in general.
I think it's a well-made figure. I do a lot of collecting myself. It looks very nice. It looks good quality. I'm not really that familiar with the brand, but they look cool. I like the dragon breath accessory. The hat is cool. I assume the main reason you wanted to interview me would be the other alternative face.
Yes, that is the main discussion that everyone is speaking of, including the bottle of pills as an accessory.
Where's the bottle of pills? I don't see that.
It's a Good Smiles exclusive. You might see it in the description. And also she's holding it in one of the images.
Oh, I see. Good Smile Company bonus painkiller. I see. Okay. Are you gonna ask me questions, or?
How do you feel about it? What do you think about it?
Okay. Me personally, myself, I can see myself owning a figure like this. I know that is darker, and that it depicts something like that. However, I also understand, like, it's kind of crucial to her character and her story for her to be depicted like that. Mouthwashing is a tragedy about, well, let's be honest, about Jimmy. Mouthwashing is a tragedy about how people's selfishness in their own ways can lead to such disaster. Jimmy's selfishness, the captain, something with a C. I want to say Curry. I know that doesn't sound right, though. Again, it's been a minute. Okay. I understand that it's a darker figure, and that it may be disturbing for others to look at, since it depicts self-harm in a very dark way. However, I don't think that invalidates it as a thing. If it was an art piece, I would have nothing to say about it. I would just say go for it. Since it's being marketed, that is a little bit different. I think just the pills would be fine, but the face does add a layer to it that I'm a little uncomfortable with myself. But I don't think that means it shouldn't be sold.
Alright. Any other sort of comments on this?
I genuinely think it's a really well-made figure. It's not often that they come with nice background pieces, at least the brands I buy. So that's really cool to see. I know that's completely off topic, but it is cool.
Oh yeah, Good Smiles is like, I love Good Smiles. I love their figures so much.
Yeah, it's great, and Anya's great. But I kind of feel like that part of her character is crucial. Like, as horrible of a situation as it is, what happened to Anya is 100%, you cannot skip that part in Mouthwashing. That is integral to the story. It is one of the biggest story leverages, and it completely cements everyone as a character. Everyone's reaction, everything leading up to that completely changes how every character in that game is. So you can't necessarily pretend like it didn't happen, which I get, but maybe, I don't know, it's an optional face model. So I mean, if you walk into someone's house and they have it set to that, it's like, whoa, buddy. That's a little much, but I mean, I don't think that invalidates it. I don't know. That's how I personally feel about it. I don't think it should be, like, canceled or taken off, as dark as it is. But I don't think everyone's going to want that.
All right.
But also, to be 100% honest, the last thing. To be 100% honest, they did release like a plushie of Anya, and she had the pill bottle. As dark and fucked up as that is, I really want that plushie. So I feel like saying a lot of negative things about this would make me hypocritical, which I don't want to be.
All right. Any other comments?
Nope, that's it.
Overall, people can feel how they want about the figure, and it is neither side's job to police one another on how to feel about a sensitive subject. This has been Cody, and I will see you all next time when I talk about how I completely revamped my channel. Bye!